Hello, friends interested in finance. Welcome back to our channel, where we'll learn valuable things to help you build wealth. I'm glad you're here today because we're going to explore the secrets that made John Rockefeller successful. Get ready to enhance your financial knowledge, as we have 7 incredible lessons that will show you how to make your money work for you. Stay tuned, because we're going to reveal how to make your money perform like a dedicated athlete. In this video, we'll share stories of ingenuity, resilience, and great triumphs inspired by this financial mastermind.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications,
as you won't want to miss any of the valuable lessons we'll be sharing. But before we begin,
let's talk about John Rockefeller,
a man who left a mark on the world of business and finance. Born in 1839, he is an example of what a determined person can achieve. He wasn't just another businessman, he was a brilliant strategist who transformed industries and built an impressive fortune. Today, we're going to uncover the strategies he used to ensure his money worked hard to multiply. Now, let's begin with the first of John Rockefeller's 7 lessons to make your money work for you: seeking new paths. Rockefeller wasn't just a leader in his industry.
He was a pioneer
who understood that following the same path everyone else had taken wouldn't lead to extraordinary success. He had a unique talent for spotting opportunities others overlooked and turning them into major achievements. His success wasn't just about being in the right place at the right time, it was about actively seeking unexplored areas in the financial world where others didn't dare to go. Imagine this: while others were content to gather what was already available, Rockefeller climbed the trees and discovered an untouched field of opportunities. Now, you might wonder, how exactly did he do it? Let's look at a clear example. Imagine we're in the late 1800s and the railway industry is booming. Trains are essential for transportation, and everyone is investing in this sector. But Rockefeller decided to take a different route. Instead of following the railway trend, he chose to explore pipelines. While others were fixated on trains, he envisioned a network of pipelines to efficiently transport oil. This decision wasn't just innovative, it was a game changer. He realized that controlling how oil was transported was just as important as extracting it, and this understanding opened up countless opportunities for him. So,
what's the lesson here?
It's about being curious, daring to take different directions, and recognizing that new paths often lead to great discoveries. Think about this: if Rockefeller had stuck to what he already knew, we might not be talking about him today. He dared to be different, chose a less conventional path,
and managed to transform entire industries.
What's most important is that this principle remains relevant today.
The world is constantly evolving,
and innovation is key to success. The next big idea might not be where everyone is looking, it could be hidden, waiting for someone with vision to uncover it. So remember, his legacy isn't just about oil or wealth, it's about having the courage to explore the unknown, embracing uncertainty,
and seeing potential where others see problems. On your own financial journey,
don't be afraid to explore new options, and don't hesitate to make decisions others might overlook.
Like Rockefeller,
you have the power to discover new opportunities and achieve your own version of success. Second lesson on how to make your money work for you: the proven way to build wealth is to follow your own path. It's not just about taking the road less traveled, but about being a pioneer, a trendsetter, and a visionary. Get ready to be inspired as we learn how to chart your own path to success, guided by the wise experience of John D. Rockefeller. He was no ordinary businessman. He didn't just do what everyone else was doing, he followed his own financial rhythm. When we talk about following your own path, we mean exploring new areas with confidence and purpose. Rockefeller's story perfectly demonstrates this idea.
In the late 19th century,
while many entrepreneurs were focused on chasing silver and gold,
Rockefeller saw potential in a less glamorous yet highly promising industry:
oil. At the time, oil was often considered waste and was frequently discarded, but he recognized its value as a vital resource. This vision led him to incredible success. But there's an important detail that highlights his decision to follow his own path. Instead of focusing solely on drilling for oil,
Rockefeller decided to concentrate on refining it.
While others were busy extracting crude oil, he focused on turning that oil into a highly sought-after product. This wasn't the conventional approach.
It was a journey of innovation,
where he saw opportunities where others only saw waste. Now, imagine you're at a crossroads and everyone is heading in the same direction. Suddenly, you decide to take a completely different path. That's what he did. He didn't just take a new route. he paved new roads. Rockefeller's approach was bold and innovative. He didn't just refine oil, he perfected the process, setting new standards of efficiency and quality. He didn't settle for what was already being done, he improved it. His desire to create a high-quality product allowed him to dominate the market and turn Standard Oil into a powerful force. But here's the real lesson. It's not about going against the flow just to rebel. It's about having a unique perspective, seeing opportunities others overlook, and having the courage to act on that vision. Think of Rockefeller as a great explorer in the business world.
While others were searching for gold,
He sought something far more valuable, creativity. Now,
let's talk about a story
that reveals a secret about how to make your money work for you. The story of Rockefeller and the shoeshine boy, which is truly inspiring. Imagine this. It's 1928.
and the streets of New York are bustling
with activity and progress. In the midst of it all is John D. Rockefeller, a great businessman and a man of immense wealth. On a sunny day, he decides to sit down to have his shoes shine.
What he doesn't know is that this simple act
Will lead to a revelation.
that will change his financial life.
While his shoes are being shined, Rockefeller starts chatting with the young boy attending to him. But here's where the story gets interesting. Instead of talking about the weather or daily news, the young shoeshine boy begins sharing his opinions about the stock market. That's right, this boy starts giving investment advice to one of the most powerful men in America. At first,
This might sound like a funny story,
but there's a profound lesson about market psychology and the concept of contrarian investing. As the boy mentions company names and stock recommendations, Rockefeller's mind doesn't just hear words, he understands what's really happening. If a shoeshine boy, someone not involved in the financial world,
is giving investment advice so confidently,
it means something unusual is happening. Rockefeller's analytical mind begins working, connecting the dots. This unexpected stock advice reveals a troubling trend. The stock market has become so popular that even people with no financial background are talking about it. It's as if the entire city has caught a stock market fever. Rockefeller, being a keen observer, understands that when everyone is excited and moving in the same direction, it can be dangerous. He realizes
that the excitement in the stock market has grown so much that it's overvalued. It has become a place driven by emotions
rather than reason.
With his great wisdom, he makes a decision
that sets him apart in the financial world. He doesn't hesitate or second-guess himself. He simply acts. He recognizes that this market euphoria is a sign of a possible bubble and decides to sell his stocks. This ensures his wealth and financial stability. When 1929 arrives, the market crashes, causing financial chaos. Many investors who follow the market's excitement are devastated, losing their fortunes.
But Rockefeller ain't one of them.
He watches the chaos from a distance
because he foresaw the storm and prepared for it.
The story of the shoeshine boy and Rockefeller is just an interesting anecdote. It's an important lesson about contrarian thinking, understanding market sentiment, and trusting your own instincts. Rockefeller's decisions highlight a timeless truth. One person's wisdom can be more valuable than what the masses believe. So, the next time you pass by a shoeshine stand, remember this story. It shows that even in the most unexpected places, valuable insights can emerge. It reminds us that market trends aren't always dictated by experts, but by the emotions of people from different backgrounds. And as you navigate your own financial journey, let Rockefeller's response to the shoeshine boy be your guide. Trust your own judgment, question the crowd,
and recognize that sometimes
the most
unusual ideas can hold the keys to financial success.
Alright, the next lesson on how to make your money work for you and build wealth is learning to manage your emotions. Imagine a world illuminated by oil lamps, where John D. Rockefeller had made his fortune. He controlled the lighting of the night, but then a new force emerged: electric light. Picture the emotions he might have felt: frustration, maybe even fear. But here's the key that made him stand out: his extraordinary ability to stay in control of his emotions.
No matter what happened,
he wasn't just any businessman, he was a master strategist. While others might have given up when their business was threatened, Rockefeller had a different approach. He didn't let his emotions cloud his judgment. Instead, he saw an opportunity in the challenge.
One great example is how he responded to the rise of electric light.
The easy route would have been to lament the loss of his dominance in oil lamps and feel like a victim. But that wasn't his style. He recognized that a world lit by electricity, well, in the end, it was the beginning of a new era. How did he react? He looked to the future of transportation. Vehicles powered by gasoline. That's right.
He didn't get stuck in the change. He embraced it and used it to achieve even greater prosperity.
Now, let's talk about the brilliance of this move. Instead of letting emotions dictate his decisions, he leaned on his rational side. He saw a new demand: cars needed gasoline to run. It's as if he understood that emotions are like strong winds that can steer you off course if you let them. So he held firm to logic and strategy, and this brought him immense rewards. The transition from oil lamps to gasoline wasn't just a business move, it was a testament to Rockefeller's ability to control his emotions and see beyond immediate problems. It's almost as if he was saying, "Sure, electric light may have reduced the use of my oil lamps, but now I'm going to fuel the future." So, what's the lesson we can take from this? It's all about mastering emotional control.
When life surprises you and your plans fall apart,
Remember Rockefeller. Don't react impulsively or emotionally. Respond with a strategic mindset. Turn adversity into opportunity and shift your focus from what you've lost to what you can gain. As we move forward with our financial projects, let's remember that controlling our emotions isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. Just as Rockefeller turned a declining oil empire into a gasoline-powered triumph, we too can transform challenges into stepping stones for success. So, keep your emotions in check. Alright,
let's dive into the next lesson on how to make your money work for you.
Is not being afraid to give up the good to go for the great. This mindset is powerful and liberating. One of Rockefeller's most impactful quotes is, "Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great."
To truly understand what this means,
Let's go back to his early days. Rockefeller was born into a humble family, so he didn't have an easy life, but he had a strong desire to learn the value of money. Picture a young Rockefeller, a small-time entrepreneur working in his neighborhood. He would buy candy not just to eat, but to resell to his friends and his brother's friends. He also took ordinary rocks, painted them creatively, and sold them as treasures. These small ventures already showed
his determination
to turn the ordinary into something extraordinary.
But what truly set him apart was his financial intelligence.
Instead of spending his money on fleeting things, he saved every penny he earned. And here's where his defining moment came, a moment that shaped his mindset. Making money work for you.
He decided to lend the money
he had saved to a friend of his father, charging a modest 7% interest. This move was like planting a seed that would grow into a strong oak of financial wisdom. He realized that by lending his money, he wasn't just earning interest, he was laying the foundation for his money to multiply on its own. The idea of making money work for him was planted in his mind and became the philosophy that guided all his steps. The key lesson here is that he was willing to give up immediate satisfaction for a better financial future. While others might have spent their money on toys or passing trends, Rockefeller had something much bigger in mind. He understood that by delaying gratification and focusing on the future, he was paving the way for lasting success. Now, let's bring this lesson to the present. Have you ever seen someone living what looks like a luxurious lifestyle, expensive cars, extravagant vacations,
designer clothes,
but in reality,
their financial situation is as unstable as a house?
Cards. This is a classic example of falling into the temptation of the good without focusing on the great. We can also think about people who take on large loans to buy flashy cars or big houses.
At first glance,
They seem to be living the dream,
but often these impulsive decisions
lead to debt and financial instability. This reflects Rockefeller's wisdom. Choosing the good in the moment can prevent us from achieving the great in the long term. So remember, just as Rockefeller learned at a young age, don't just work for money, make your money work for you. The good might be tempting, but the great is where true wealth lies, waiting for those who dare to dream big and invest wisely. Now let's move on to the next lesson on how to make your money work for you. Adapting to changing circumstances. Rockefeller was a master at this, and his ability to evolve with the times was crucial to his immense success. How did he do it? Let's take a closer look. Imagine that Standard Oil, Rockefeller's company, was a giant in the oil industry, dominating the production of kerosene that lit up the nation. However, as technology advanced and electricity began reaching homes, the demand for kerosene started to decline. Suddenly, the landscape he had dominated was changing. This is where his adaptability came into play. Instead of resisting change or trying to keep things as they were, Rockefeller saw an opportunity in this new energy landscape. He realized that the byproducts of oil refining could lead to a variety of new products that people were beginning to embrace. With this vision, he steered his empire towards producing petrochemical products.
He tapped into the potential of these byproducts
to create items like lubricants,
waxes,
and even medicines.
This strategic shift not only maintained his influence,
but also made him a pioneer in the emerging petrochemical industry. His adaptability also extended to his philanthropic efforts. As medical research and public health became increasingly important, he recognized the need to make progress in these areas. He shifted his philanthropic focus and channeled resources into education and medical research,
leading to the creation of the Rockefeller Institute for Medical Research,
now known as Rockefeller University. This proactive approach reflected his business acumen, adapting to meet new needs. He understood that his actions could shape the future for the better. By supporting medical research and education, he contributed to groundbreaking discoveries that continue to impact health and well-being today. Rockefeller's ability to adapt is an important lesson for all of us. The world is constantly changing, and our success depends on our ability to navigate those changes. Just as he transitioned from dominating the kerosene market to pioneering petrochemical products, and from traditional business models to innovative philanthropy, we too can use adaptability as a driver of progress. Imagine if Rockefeller had clung to kerosene as a safety net while the world was transitioning to electricity. It would be like trying to sell typewriters in the era of touch screens. He understood that adapting wasn't just an option, it was the key to staying relevant.
Now let's move on to the next lesson on how to make your money work for you.
Surrounding yourself with a great team. Rockefeller's path to financial success was not a solo journey. He understood that he needed a skilled team to turn his vision into reality. You might be wondering, what's the secret to building a strong team? Let's break it down. First, Rockefeller had a remarkable talent for finding the right people. He looked for experts in their fields, individuals who brought unique skills to the table. He didn't want just yes men. He wanted critical thinkers who could challenge his ideas and broaden his perspective. Second,
he valued loyalty.
He knew that loyalty wasn't just a word, it was a real commitment to his vision.
He created an environment
where his team felt like part of the process,
not just employees working for a paycheck.
This fostered a bond stronger than mere job responsibilities.
Lastly,
he believed in synergy. His team wasn't just a group of talented individuals.
It was like an orchestra,
where everyone played their part to create something extraordinary. He cultivated an atmosphere of collaboration and open communication where ideas flowed freely and innovation thrived. Let's look at an example of his team-building skills. One of his most famous ventures, Standard Oil, wasn't a solo effort. It was a symphony of talent organized by a team
that reflected his values.
A great example is Henry Flagler, a close friend of Rockefeller, who had expertise in logistics and transportation. His ability to optimize oil distribution
helped Standard Oil dominate the market.
But Rockefeller also understood the importance of developing talent
within the company.
He encouraged his employees to grow in their roles,
fostering a sense of loyalty and dedication
that propelled Standard Oil to incredible heights.
So, what's the takeaway here?
Rockefeller's success wasn't just about his business intelligence, it was about his ability to assemble a group of people
who shared his vision,
values, and passion.
He didn't hesitate to seek expertise,
cultivate loyalty, and promote a collaborative environment.
On your own financial journey, remember that your success multiplies with the strength of your team.
Look for people
who complement your skills,
share your vision, and bring diverse perspectives to the table.
Build a team
that doesn't just work with you,
but is equally committed to your journey. Think of your team as the Avengers of finance. Each member has their own superpower, and together,
you're an unstoppable force against financial challenges.
This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice.
It is important to conduct thorough research
and consult with financial experts
before making any investment decisions.
Feel free to share this video and leave your comments.